Arm yourselves, America. This is Defenders Live.
Hey, here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gonna stop. We gonna turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey, tell 'em turn it out till they get no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last warning, a courtesy call. I am not afraid of the storm that comes my way. When it hits, it shakes me to
Fuck the show. One day it'll get better. I just need to start rolling with it. And
Oh, that'd be good times.
torpedoes. Damn the torpedoes.
Damn the torpedoes. That'll be amazing.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. It's hump day.
Hump day.
Hump day. Hey, Steven. What day is today? What day is today?
It's Wednesday.
Yeah, it's hump day. Okay, sorry.
Whatever.
Anyway, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. Go to doaeshow.com for everything that is Defenders. That would include gear, similar to that which Steven is wearing.
Yes.
See, he has our logo on his chest.
It is there.
I'm
I am
wearing a
not
Walmart
Superman's.
shirt. That's fine. We're not talking about where I got my clothing. We're talking about Steven's clothing. Go
That's
to
right.
doaeshow.com/shop. You also get mugs like Steven has. He is sporting us. I am being a douche tonight, apparently.
Yeah, you are, apparently.
I've sold out to the man. Mojo50.com. Check out all the other awesome hosts that are out there. The Izzos and the Sam Sorbos and the Matt and Ron from the Cartel.
All those people.
Joe and Brad Staggs, Brandon Morris.
Yes.
So I'm already almost done now. Jeremy Hansen.
No, there's so many more. There's so many more. But
because so many more we're adding to it.
as far as the
One of
weekday
them,
goes, I
however-
think we're pretty close on that.
We are actually, yeah. One of them, however, happens to be joining us this evening. A very old and dear friend of ours, a friend of the show. We've known him for a very long time.
Yes, we have.
Is in the seat tonight. Watson Prunier from Battle for Freedom.
What's up, bro?
Eddie. You got to unmute.
What's up, dogs?
There
Yo.
he is. See
Yo, man.
What's up, dogs?
what it is. See,
$5? $5?
no,
No,
Love you long time?
it's Tree Fitty, and
$20, same as
Oh, is
downtown.
it $20? $20 same as downtown?
yes.
Same as downtown. And Watson is actually very excited to be with us because tonight's show really has nothing to do with racism at all.
At all.
And
Thank you.
yes,
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're
the
so
one
welcome.
I
black
hate
guy is on
talking
the live
about
TV show that has
racism.
nothing to do with race. This is going to be a good night, you guys.
It's going to be a good day, Tater. It's going to be a good day.
It's going to be a good night. Abso-daggone-lutely.
But before we get started, let's talk about some wild rice.
Let's talk about wild rice.
And maybe let's talk about Mother's Day. You see, it's Mother's Day. And Nostalgia has a wonderful gift out there for all of you. Do you need a gift pack? Do you know what's in this Mojo Wild Rice gift box? Well, let me tell you. She will enjoy the maple syrup in its rich, natural, sweet, full flavor, accompanied by their wild rice pancakes for a perfect breakfast mix. The hazelnut honey, it's whipped. Delicious, addictive, and great on breads of any kind and hot cereals, teas, or coffee. Delicious blueberry jam. As tasty as it is beautiful. And great on any bread or over ice cream.
I feel like I need a shower.
They also have they also have a pure soy candle, hand poured, lead and dye free, fragranced wonderfully to help her relax and to soothe her throughout her days. Look, go use the promo code MOM10 over at mojowildrice.com, mojowildrice.com, promo code MOM10.
We are going to be
And
in
you-
so much trouble. Oh my God, I'm already so we're gonna get HR is gonna be getting on us quick, but it was too.
It was
Had
too good to
to.
pass up. We couldn't. I gotta
Told
stop.
you yesterday it was to happen. It happened. I regret nothing.
Neither do I. Mm.
Hashtag no regrets.
Oh my goodness! Wow, you guys are crazy.
So we had a story yesterday that we didn't get to, and I wanted to talk about it today before we get to the real meat and potatoes of what's been going on. I need a bell.
That's true.
Thank you. And that is Iran has labeled U.S. forces as a terrorist group.
Okay. Yeah. So, as I told Steven, this is when I first read this headline, the phrase went just like this in my head: pot, meat, kettle, kettle, meat, pot, and yes, he is black. It's that simple.
I thought you said there was not going to be any racism here.
You know what this? Well, but you know, I know, right? You know what this makes me think of, though. Honestly, so America, the United States, has declared certain factions of Iran as or they actually it's the Iran's Revolutionary
Guard Corps. Mm-hmm. Yeah, or corpse, as Barack Obama used to say.
Yeah, corpse. Yeah, as a foreign terrorist organization.
Mm-hmm.
So, Iran turns around.
Eileen?
Yep, Eileen, slightly. The Iranian president Hassan Rouhani added that he basically says that American forces are terrorist groups, and this is just kind of like I know you are, but what am I kind of thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
With even less bite than that. You know what I mean?
It's like, oh yeah, Iranians Revolutionary Guard Corps are terrorists. Yeah, well, you are too.
Yeah,
you big
I didn't want
meanies.
to come to your birthday party anyway. Well, good, because you weren't invited. It's that. It's what that was. And you would think, and I'm sorry, but you would think that a country who is still building nuclear weapons and or not even nuclear weapons, they're let me phrase that correction. They're not building nuclear weapons. They are researching nuclear technology.
Yes, and building centrifuges. Mm-hmm.
When they've been explicitly told they're not supposed to, they're not allowed. It is a no.
Not gonna do it.
That wouldn't be prudent.
Mm-mm.
They're still doing it, and we're the okay. All right, no,
Yeah.
that's fine. They're pumpkin, whatever. So
I don't know, Watson. What's your thought?
They are in a state of denial. Mind you, they're about 600 to 800 miles north of the Nile, but I just find it really strange that this is a country that we gave how many millions of dollars to?
We gave how many?
How much money?
You
know, that little gift that Obama gave before leaving office that was rejected back in, what was it, January of 2017?
You mean that pallet of unmarked cash?
Yeah, that pallet of cash.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that we're not supposed to worry about, the ones that they're supposed to be harmless, you know. Yeah. That's why it's really good that Hillary and her ilk are not in charge.
It's true.
That's true.
Thank you.
You don't need to say that. I've got that covered.
I say it so that you would actually do it.
It's just, I don't need to. I've got it. I have the mouse is on the button.
But it's the same thing. Like, I got to tell you when to do the bell, too.
No,
you know?
The bell's a little bit different. Because I'm not used to all this stuff, this going daily thing. There's so much pressure. Okay.
It is. There's so much
but
pressure.
we wanted to just touch on this because it is worth noting that
I just don't think that pressure was the right word to use after playing 70s music.
Good call. Good call.
I don't know. I thought it found it oddly fitting. Really?
She said it. That's what she said.
Repeatedly. I don't know who she is, but
she says a lot. She's
a floozy. I've never met her though, but I hear she's pretty
I
wild.
She talks a lot.
It's not what I heard.
Apparently, she's also the new what is it? What do you call them when they intern. She's the new intern at Mojo 50.
Oh yeah, the new Mojo intern.
Mm-hmm. That Brad's been touting about.
Yeah. They have been getting kind of close there. I hope that there's an understanding of
Boundaries.
Yeah, well, inter-office space relationships can be really treacherous if you're not careful.
Look, she has a bubble. And you need to stay out of that bubble. I'm just saying.
It's just but he is. He's spending a lot.
I'm
of
not
time.
going to touch that one with a 10-foot pole.
You don't have to because Brad already is.
Aww, and it's only about 2 inches.
Oh.
That's because Izzo's not there. Anyway.
God.
Let's see. We need to start calculating because between sponsors and other hosts, we're really on our way out the door. Quick,
I
fast,
know. We're really digging a grave here.
Every time, this show is going to be the one where all the board members are going to get together, going, "Why in the hell are they here again?"
And they're just really trashing us. What is going on?
But you may be saved because you have a minority on the show.
That's true.
Play the minority card. I'm giving you permission.
See, on the show that we were trashing you, we had Watson on. We can't say anything about us.
That's true.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Over parent objections, a public school teacher teaches 6-year-olds about transgender ravens and gender fluidity.
This is so stupid. This is not even stupid. This is seriously a travesty. This is the indoctrination and the instruction on furthering child abuse.
Yes.
Because you don't sit there and tell a group of 6-year-olds that it is okay to be transgendered. Because I don't know and I'm sure there's a lot of listeners out there who have children.
Yep.
Some that don't. Those of you that don't, a 6-year-old child wants to be everything. Everything.
Basically, yes.
There's moments where there's these that and it's because they don't know. Again, going back to your job as a parent is to instruct them and guide them. They will have moments of, well, why can't I wear a dress if it's a boy? Or why is it? And they will ask questions. And that's where you do your job and say, well, because you are a boy, son, or you're a girl, daughter, and you guide them in what they are. Otherwise, you are just further perpetuating the mental disease, and you're helped to cultivate that.
Yes.
That's all you're doing. You're making them into literally insane. Lack of sugarcoating.
Mental disease? Are you spreading hate? A culture of hate by saying a mental disease?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know if I could be a part of this. I'm scared. I don't want your name to be read off before a Democrat panel.
Well, let me
about your hatred.
Look, you should have been more afraid. Look, you should have been more afraid just coming on to the show with 2 white guys before this part of it. This should be nothing at this point. If you can get past that first hurdle, you're fine.
Correct. But
wait, hold on a second. Wait.
Whoa,
you're white.
Yeah, did I not tell you Steven's white? I mean, I'm white too.
But he has a beard, so it makes him look a little darker.
That's true.
We shared a hotel room. You should have known this.
That's true.
Nobody wants to know what happened in that hotel room.
All I got were emails about being on the show. That's all I got.
Nobody wants to know what happened in the hotel room, okay?
Come on. You remember this? No,
we're done. We're done with that. You see, last November, the school showed children from kindergarten to 5th grade videos from Queer Kid Stuff, a stage play about transgenderism to promote, quote, acceptance and inclusivity. Especially related to the transgender community, some parents are outraged and are seeking possible legal remedies.
Well, thank God. I mean, you should be outraged. It is not the place of the school to teach your child at any age about sexuality, about transgenderism, about LGBTQLMNOP. None of that. That is not the school's job. The school's job is to teach them math, to teach them English, to teach them foreign language, sciences, social. That's the stuff that you learn at school.
Math, science, reading,
basics,
writing,
the
and
stuff that you need.
arithmetic. Reading, writing, arithmetic, and
Yep.
science.
That's it. That's all you need to know. Everything else should be left up to the parents and to the home.
Of course,
And
that's not going to happen.
This just because it's child abuse. This is child abuse.
Yep.
You are lying to these children, telling them that these people are normal because they are sitting there questioning themselves. That their brain says one thing, but their body clearly shows something else. And you're telling a 6-year-old that that's normal. That is not normal.
My mind says yes.
My body's telling me no.
Oh, wait, no, it's the other way around.
Yeah, it's what.
My body's telling me yes.
Baby, you.
Anyway,
I don't want to hurt no more.
see, there's a small town in Colorado called Superior.
I'm sure it is.
Nobody knows my gender. Nobody knows my sex.
That's true.
Sorry, my bad.
That's
I
all
was
right.
just trying to join.
That's all right. You can join in anytime. It's about 20 miles east of the Republic of Boulder. And it's also
I didn't know Boulder was a republic.
apparently it is.
I'll be damned.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know you could have a republic in a republic. Isn't that a little redundant?
It's a republic of a republic.
Republic of the Republic of Boulder.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's like having a District of Columbia inside of the Republic of the United States.
Yeah, that one's I've always.
Yeah, it's weird.
If it's a District of Columbia, what the hell is our government doing there?
I don't know because it's
If
not
it technically
Columbia.
is a District of Columbia, it's not part of the United States. If it's not part of the United States,
Mhm.
why is our government there?
Right. Why is our government housed in the District of Columbia?
Hmm.
It was districted by Columbia, folks.
Hey, are they paying? Is Columbia paying for any of that? By the way, that land.
no,
that
it is
we're-
not. No, no,
Oh, good.
No.
Oh, that's good.
no. They're not paying for it, and they're not paying for the wall either. In November 16th of 2018, on the day before Thanksgiving break, parents received an email from a Jennifer Bedford, the school's principal, buried deep. I'm waiting for that bell.
Yeah, I didn't know how far you were going to go. Sorry.
In all the other normal school updates was the save the date announcement. It stated Phoenix, Colorado's Trans Community Choir will perform a play titled Raven's True Self for children between 1st and 5th grade.
Wait a minute. The Trans Community Choir. Is that anything like the Trans-Siberian Orchestra?
No,
Why not?
because the Trans-Siberian Orchestra is just a bunch of people playing music.
But
No, it's Trans-Siberian. It's not transsexual.
it says trans, and this says trans.
Siberian.
Trans community. What's the
Siberian.
difference?
This is transsexual community. That's Trans-Siberian. It's like you're going from the Siberian areas. It's like Russia, Germany. That's that sort of thing. It's like the transition between those areas, and they pick the people out of that.
Look, if any place was going to be, air quotes, transgendered, I would expect it out of Russia. Just because as cold as it is up there, you got to do something to keep yourself busy.
Or warm.
Or warm, right. I mean,
But then again,
nothing will keep you warm like a couple of days in a hospital after surgery of having your nads removed.
that's true. But Putin is very orthodox.
That's true.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it is.
So I see him. I see him giving out lashings and hangings for those sort of things.
Good times. Again, and they're doing the Raven's True Self to 1st and 5th graders.
Yes.
Between 1st and 5th.
Mm-hmm. See, according to the memo, the quote, this story is about the transgender raven in a community of animals.
Oh,
The
God.
story's message is about the importance of being seen for who you are on the inside rather than who you are perceived on the outside.
Because that's what's important, right?
Yes.
Well, here's the thing. That actual statement is right. You should be known by who you are on the inside rather than the outside.
Right. But we're not talking about your sexual preference.
We're not even, it shouldn't be that. It should be, who are you as a person?
Right.
What do you like? What do you not like? What are your principles? What do you stand? What do you believe in? What is good to you? What is bad to you?
Mm-hmm,
What are your talents and your gifts? That's what's important, not
content of character.
oh my goodness, how dare you? Black guy addressing this. Hello, why is the white guy calling out the other white guy? Why isn't the black guy doing this? We've lost.
You got black people in your network?
Well,
You got black people in your show?
why isn't the Caucasianly challenged
There you
man
go.
challenging the white
His
man?
beard too. Did you notice that he had to shave?
What?
Yeah. It's like a really dark peach. It's all fuzzy, but not fuzzy.
Not quite there.
Not quite there.
Mm-hmm. What's wrong with you, man? Look, I can't even grow a beard, and you're over there like I'm going to shave it down to peach fuzz. No, what are you doing?
He had it and shaved it off out of spite just to make you feel bad about yourself.
Yeah, you do
In
make
your
me feel
face,
bad.
Steven.
Yeah, in your face. This will grow back in 3 days. You suck. You.
Oh,
suck.
sorry about that, man. I mean, you know what? So I'm sorry that you're follically challenged, Mr.
I am.
Cruz.
I am.
Um,
I am, and you are. I can't say
melonly advantaged.
advantaged. Yes, I was going to say challenged, but challenge doesn't work in this way.
Deficient?
No, proficient.
Yeah.
It's sufficient.
He is proficient in the melanin.
Sufficiently proficient. Okay.
Yes. By the way, just want to know, Patriot Mobile. They are some of the best lines out there, aren't they?
That's true.
Mm-hmm. Watson, don't you agree?
Who is that boy?
We'll tell you in the break.
We'll talk to you out. Yeah, we'll tell you the break. It's okay. But
So
so
like, when did Michael Jackson get on the network?
it's not Michael Jackson. It's okay. We promise.
Explain it later.
We'll explain it. We'll explain it all to you. Okay? It'll all be
Just
explained
say
later
yes.
on.
Let's go.
That's right. But yeah, so Patriot Mobile's out there, and they have some of the best service out there, don't they, Watson?
Yes, they do. Yes, they be having it.
Have you switched over yet?
No, not yet. My dad left already, but I think I am going to get them for data service as my tertiary system in the event that I have internet connectivity problems like I did last week.
Which you can do. You can do that. That is perfectly fine. You can use Patriot Mobile as a backup data network if that is what you want to do. But if you want to have good conversations that help protect American conservative causes, maybe you should switch to Patriot Mobile today. See, veteran-led Patriot Mobile is America's only conservative cell phone company out there. Every phone call that you make with them protects your constitutional rights. Every bill fights for your freedom. Get the same reliable nationwide coverage you have already. And know that your hard-earned money is also supporting conservative causes and organizations like the Heritage Foundation, the NRA, and the Alliance Defending Freedom. With plans starting as low as $25 a month, why wait? Call 1-800-PATRIOT, 1-800-A-PATRIOT. It's 1-800-A-PATRIOT and use the promo code MOJO50. That's 1-800-A-PATRIOT. Use the promo code MOJO50. Or visit them at patriotmobile.com/MOJO50 to get your activation fees waived on the spot. We won't be silent. Isn't that right, Dylan?
That's true.
Mm-hmm. Join us and the thousands of Americans that switch to Patriot Mobile today and let your freedom ring.
Yes.
So speaking of freedom, speaking of constitutional rights, speaking of the things that the founders have set up, there was a Revolutionary War hero named Casimir Pulaski.
Yeah. That's a hell of a name, too. Isn't that like a strong name? I feel very strong name. Very strong name.
Casimir Pulaski.
Casimir.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if he wore Casimir.
I don't know.
The world will never know. The hero of the Revolutionary War. Oh, the Revolutionary War. I unhooked my headphones. May need a new pronoun.
Uh-huh.
He may have been a she.
Or even a they.
Nope. I'm calling. There's no they. There was not a they.
There was no they.
This is, and it's sadly enough, this is from NBC News, and they would attempt to try and throw it. Well, they could have been transgender. They could have been. No. Back then, there was homosexuality. Sure, But they didn't have transgender back then. I don't care what anybody wants to say.
No, they had a bunch of women that
Like
actually
this.
did. They had a bunch of women that dressed up as men so they could fight as well. So we'll be right back, right after this break. Okay, so just so you know about The Voice.
You're really loud over there, Watson.
What are you doing over there, dude? Like, are you making dinner or something? It's
No, I'm just moving cables around for the computer while we're on the break.
supposed to be doing a show, not moving cables.
I mean, geez, man. Geez. Professionalism right there at its finest. But no, really. So the voice,
Who is the voice?
the voice that you're hearing.
Creepy, guys.
Okay, Dylan, play the voice.
That's true.
Okay, thank you. That voice is from this this group of YouTube ladies. Okay.
Seen these.
And they were talking about it on the Daily Mojo, and we found it, and so we had to keep going about it. And they're called the Angelic Initiative.
It's those two ladies that were sitting in a chair waving their arms around.
Like putting their hands up in the air, and like the one lady was spouting gibberish, and the other girl would just go with this sounder.
That's true.
Oh my goodness.
You don't remember that?
Wow. No, I do not remember
Oh, it
it.
just makes
You're
it
going to
great
have to
sounder.
send me a link because this is downright crazy.
Oh, I got you, bro.
You'll love it. It's
I
good.
got
Oh
you.
my goodness, you
Send
guys
the
are
one
so
where
crazy.
they're talking junk about the trees.
Yeah, I'm sending the one that we were looking at.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the best one. They sit in a yard and literally
Talk trash.
bully a tree.
Yeah, they bully
Because
trees.
It's not acting like the other trees.
Stop not acting like the other trees, you bad tree.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's like if this tree suddenly died, I think we would have a case for not cyberbullying, but for bullying and then slaughter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Nope, we could.
That's true.
It's true.
I'm trying to make sure that there's not going to be like, because they're redoing Pet Cemetery. And that's all I see in the back of my mind is the kid resurrected from Pet Cemetery.
And we're back. Obviously.
You're back.
Watson over there laughing on the phone because we finally gave him the information about who this voice is.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite sounder for right now, and it's fitting.
It is fitting.
The only other one that we have that's even more fitting, and we haven't played it in a while, is
PTSD.
that was a good one too. From
That's so good. It is so good.
state senator who got a speeding ticket and then tried to act in a fool because she didn't want a ticket. Yeah,
Right.
that was always a good one.
Look.
Oh, well, I did find this one too. Remember?
Mm.
Please.
Yes.
clap.
Please
Good
clap. Mm-hmm. Yep. I got that one.
Sorry. All right, we're done with sounders.
That's okay.
Anyway.
I got that one too. So back to this story. Revolutionary War hero Kazimierz Pulaski.
Yes, Kazimierz Pulaski they're trying to imply was possibly a she, which is definitely more likely, even though NBC News, being the advocate of the transgender propaganda,
Sure.
throw in they.
Yes.
It was not a they. But anyway, researchers who use DNA to identify Pulaski's bones are convinced the gallant Pole who died fighting for American freedom was either a biological woman who lived as a man, which is very common back then.
Yeah, especially if they
common
wanted to
if you
fight.
do it. Yep. Or potentially was intersex.
No, that is not common.
Nope.
You
No.
cannot use words of today.
Yep.
To describe something from the past.
Yep. Because all you're doing then is trying to change history to fit the present to command the future. That's all you're doing. And
There's
you're
actually a word for that,
Yeah.
but I can't remember what it is. But there's a word for that.
But I like my definition just now. Yeah.
Mhm.
Meaning a person whose body didn't fit the standard definition of male or female. Shut up. We know what it means. You're pushing propaganda. The eye-opening takeaway from the new Smithsonian Channel documentary, "The General Was Female?" ? Which premieres Monday, as part of American Hidden Stories. Blah 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 blah.
You gotta say that. You gotta say that like
American Hidden Stories.
No. You've got to say that title like a millennial.
Like American Hidden Stories.
No. The general was female?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that part, yeah. I thought it was the other title. Yeah.
No. The general was female?
Female? It's really weird to put that inflection on top of the start at the middle part of the M.
Uh-huh.
A female?
It's difficult to do that. Like,
You actually have to throw your shoulders up or it doesn't work.
I know, you do. You really do. Female?
One of the ways that male and female skeletons are different is the pelvis.
No.
This is biology 101, folks.
So those hips don't lie.
Yeah, they don't. Well, what if they did? What if they did? Anyway. Benjamin Easterbrook, as the assistant professor of anthropology at Georgia Southern University, told ABC News, quote, in females, the pelvic cavity has a more oval shape. It is less heart-shaped than in the male pelvis. Pulaski's looked very female. Notice the quote says, looked very female.
Right. Okay. While the Pulaski skeleton showed telltale signs of extensive horseback riding and a battle wound on the right hand of the general is known to have suffered, the facial structure and jaw angle were decidedly female.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And again, this is all looking. This is not... There's no actual...
You know, they could actually bore into the bone and pull out some marrow, and they could find out what the DNA structure is, right?
Well, and that's what they're trying to imply is part of the reason that it wasn't more publicized at the time was that without DNA confirmation that this was Pulaski, it's very easy to dismiss, said Estabrook.
Sure.
Because he tried to imply that the general is only about 5'2" to 5'4", which would imply also the height makes it a woman, not a man. Because God knows there isn't men that are between the height of 5'2" and 5'4".
Sure. Watson, you were trying to say something.
I'm just trying to figure out that they're saying they have the DNA.
Well,
Well,
it doesn't. It says that
we can't solve cold case files, but we're going to figure out someone from this war.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only thing that this thing says that they were able to confirm the DNA was taken from Pulaski's great niece and matched that of the bones that they found. That's it.
So they know that it's a relative of Pulaski.
Yeah, they know that it's a relative, and they've at least linked the dead bones to the person that they also took DNA from, which still might not actually be Pulaski in the first place.
So in essence, those bones are crying out. Those dry bones are crying out.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's a multi-layered
and the way they
reference,
describe
by the
it
way.
is, quote, probably he was not completely aware. This is, again, the pushing of the agenda here, said Estabrook said. Quote, what we do know about Pulaski is that there's enough androgens, which is male hormones, happening in the body so that he had facial hair and male pattern baldness. Obviously, there was some genital development because we have his baptism records and he's baptized as a son. However, Pulaski never married, and while Pulaski's letters revealed he had a close relationship with a woman who ended up marrying a Polish prince, it is not clear as to whether he had any other women in his life. This means nothing. This is a non-story.
Stop it. You have the DNA. All right? Here's the point. If you have the DNA, you know that it's either an XX or an XY. Just come out with it.
Yeah, but they don't want to. You notice they're not talking about that. They keep saying may.
Is it XX or XY? That's all you have to say. That is it.
May.
You have the DNA evidence. You can go through the entire process. You know if that is which gender that which sex that person is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because gender and sex at the time of the Revolutionary War were the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm. You mean like it is right now, even though people are trying to say it's not?
Well, there was a psychiatrist that came out and tried to make gender a specifically different thing than sex. So that's where we got all the confusion from.
Yeah, but that's so stupid. My point is this whole article is a non-thing because just because the guy was short, just because his pelvis doesn't seem to be exactly the same. I hate to tell you this, but there are straight, effeminate men in the world.
No.
There are short men in the world. There
No.
are men who don't fully. Who Steven is a perfect example. Cannot grow a beard. Does that mean that he's a female? Does that mean that he's
Nope.
suffering from something? No,
Yeah,
it doesn't.
right.
His 4 kids proof of that.
Yeah, it's true.
He knows how to get them kids, and he continues anyway. It's
Mhm.
the fact of the matter is.
I've got a wife that likes it. I can't help it to say.
Anyway, the whole point of this is, like I said, if you read going through this entire article as we just did, they talk about the only part of having the DNA was to verify who this person supposedly was. That's it. They do know the answer, but they're not going to reveal that part because then if they do, this whole story literally is nothing.
Right,
It's a
it
giant
dies.
nothing burger with tomato and pickle. Hold the ketchup.
Wait, if you
Well,
have a
hold on
tomato,
a second. According to their skewed interpretation of the facts,
right?
and at the height of this person, then for their using their argument, we can say that Napoleon was a trans as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Mhm.
Well, I've heard rumors that supposedly Napoleon really wasn't that short. He was like 5'8". That's what I
Oh, really?
Yeah. The actually, yeah, I heard that as well. They were saying that the reason why they kept on expounding on the fact that he was so short was just to make him look worse.
Yeah.
as things went on.
It was propaganda from back then, but it just doesn't matter. Here's my thing on this too, and this is something else. Again, going back to the whole thing with the transgender story on the other side earlier. Who cares at this point? Does the fact that it come out?
Wait. Did you just pull a Hillary Clinton?
No, because I didn't say what difference does it make. I never said that. I said who cares. I chose my words carefully.
You said
I know
who cares
what I said, and I
at
have-
this point, and I'm sorry, but that qualifies.
All right, my name is Dylan Lyles, and I want to humbly apologize for the words that I just said. Yeah. Anyway, it doesn't change the fact that this general was a vital part of the Revolutionary War and vital in making starting the foundation for America as we know it today. Period.
End of
And
story.
we're so focused on whether or not that what he had biologically between his legs matched what he perceived in his brain, or whether or not he slept with the right thing. It doesn't matter.
And you're never gonna know unless he wrote down a journal and then said a whole bunch of stuff.
Even if he did, let's say they found a journal that said, "Yes, I am completely transgender. I am."
That would have
have
been
the
weird
genitals of a
considering they
male,
didn't
but
have
I
that
wish
term.
I was a female, and I sleep with horses. Would that change anything?
No.
No. So what's the point? Aside from just trying to stir the pot, trying to get people to continue to argue back and forth over nothing.
I refer to Watson on this.
Yes, Watson. What say you?
It's the whole idea of the identity politics to give value to people of questionable status or questionable gender or questionable ethnicity. What is it? We just finished Women's Month, and before that you had Black History Month. So I guess it's now Trans Month. I mean, anything to, like you said, stir the proverbial pot and just keep utter chaos running amok.
Yeah, that makes sense. You know something I don't question at all?
What's that?
The quality and service over at Tar River Arms.
Yeah, you do.
I don't question them at all. If you go to traguns.com, traguns.com, tell them Steven over at Mojo sent you. You can find some of the best weapons out there at some of the greatest prices and service that matches nobody.
That's true.
It is true. Tar River Arms is America's virtual gun store. They're the most convenient place in the world to shop for your firearms. How do I know? I've used them.
Yeah, you have.
That's true.
Yeah. I ordered my guns in my house in like noon, and I was still in my pajama bottoms. And by 3 o'clock that afternoon, I was able to go down there and pick up the guns from him directly because he's local to us. He's having. If you guys are a brick and mortar people, don't worry. He has a store in the process. It will open this July, September-ish frame.
So
we will be
excited.
there. When it happens, we will be there. We will put on a big show because it's going to be it's going to be bigly. All right? It's going to be bigly. It'll be amazing. Huge. And by the way, right now, if you guys don't know about this, Mojo 50 has teamed up with Tar River Arms, and they are doing a giveaway for a Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 380 handgun. It is beautiful. It has the trace red dot laser, the integrated into the gun itself. So go check it out over at mojo50.com/register to win. It's mojo50.com/register to win. Go check out this pistol that they're getting rid of to give to you. It's a 6+1 capacity, double action hammer. It's amazing. Look at it, register for it, and if that's not what you want, just go to Tar River Arms, traguns.com, and find the gun that you want. Because I did.
Yeah, you did. He liked it.
I
He hasn't
do.
stopped
I
talking
like
about
it
it
a lot. I like it a lot. Plus, I've got R-Target Pro now, so I get to practice all the time. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm. You know what people aren't practicing?
What?
Baby making.
That's true.
That is true.
That's true.
Yeah.
Mhm.
See, that's my thing. You got to stop doing that. It's not as funny if you say it than she says it. It's
I mean, it seems perfectly funny to me. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Apparently, Americans are having less sex.
Really?
True.
Yeah.
Really? Because I heard about the Japanese having less sex, but that's to be expected.
Yeah, because they're on an island. They're running out of space. It is a socialist country.
And, they don't care for sex anymore
No, they don't.
because of all the soy that they eat.
There's that. And then they also have, like, the cutting edge of technology. So they're doing it with robots and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah,
else.
they don't have to have the real thing.
That's true.
So, but Americans are quickly following after them.
Mm.
More Americans are reported a sex drought in 2018 than any year since 1989. Where were you in 1989?
I was 3.
Shut up. Watson, you remember 1989, right?
Yes, I do. That was the year I was supposed to graduate. I moved. I went to California. I went to Santa Monica. So that was a really interesting year. Yeah, that was a good year, 1989. That's when I woke up.
That's when you woke up?
He woke up.
Yeah, I got woke when I got woke.
That's when you got woke.
But he got
1989.
woke before woke was cool.
That's true.
Yeah.
True.
Keep saying it, I'm not going to play it no more.
Oh, well, sorry.
More Americans reported that they did not have sex in 2018 than any other year since 1989, a new data shows, further extending the sex drought of recent years.
Huh.
These conclusions are based on recently released data from the General Social Survey, which is a massive, well-respected survey of Americans' behavior opinions administered biannually. I don't know why that makes me giggle, but it does. By researchers at the NORC, NORC, at the University of Chicago.
Can I stop you there for a second?
Sure.
I have never gotten one of these surveys before.
I haven't either.
I've never received a single survey. They haven't called me.
I think they're making it up.
They haven't called. And if they aren't making up, then they're actually just surveying the people in Chicago.
Yeah, or bigger cities, because God forbid you actually call somebody in a rural area and see what they think.
True.
That's true.
Since 1989, the administrators have asked respondents how frequently they have sex on a 7-point scale from never to more than 4 times per week.
Wait, a 7-point scale?
Yeah.
Why is everything on this scaled what is this?
I have no earthly idea.
All right.
Researchers looking at these data have noticed a surprising trend. Since peaking in the late 90s, a proportion of Americans who report having sex in the past year have fallen steadily. The most recent GSS released last week and
You
covered...
said peaking.
I did. You're right. Thank you.
Good job. Good catch.
Thank you. Good catch. It was released last week and covering 2018 found a record low. Nearly a quarter of Americans reported no doing the horizontal mambo.
Huh.
That a quarter of Americans are not doing the do. That voodoo that you do so well. This reality comes in congruence with America today, where sex, especially low commitment hookups, seem commonplace in the culture.
Well, see, that's the thing. It seems commonplace in the culture, but then everybody's pretty much realized that sucks.
Yep. And they're, praise God, they're coming back from it.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely.
And so they're making sure to switch the Mega Maid from suck to blow, and allowing themselves to get back into a more normal routine of, possibly talking to people first.
Yeah.
Instead of just texting and shooting naked pics of yourself.
Yeah, or even worse, just swiping left or swiping right. Yeah.
I prefer to wiener it.
And you're speaking of Anthony.
No, he literally,
Yeah.
just walks in the room and just all of a sudden, that's all you hear, man. Okay. So the point is we're eventually the reason that I kind of wanted to throw this out there real fast is it is a little bit of a disturbing thing to talk about, because not only are we not attempting to make any more babies, but we're also killing the ones that we are making.
Yes.
In
god-awful numbers.
Yeah, and we're not going to have a society in a couple hundred years, I'd give it less than 100 years.
So
at the rate that we're going, because if you're not going to do what is required to make babies, and if we're going to continue to allow people to kill the babies that we are making.
Here's the thing, though. So they did a split in the study between married and non-married. Okay. Here's the good news.
That's a little unfair, isn't it? Oh.
Here's the good news. Married people ages 20 to almost 50 all report at least, touching base at least once a year.
Well, so you say that they at least round home once a year.
Yeah, from 20 to about 50. 100% of the married people from 20 to almost 50.
Well, that's because every couple feels that they have to, especially like birthdays or anniversary or something. It's one of those two.
Hey.
And I'll give it to you. It beats not at all.
Womp womp. And the funny thing is, so the age gap, right, is really kind of the fun part here. So in the never married category, age 20 is about anywhere between 60 and 75%, right?
Yep.
That just have had sex in the past year. And then it arcs up.
Yeah.
30 it peaks at about 80%. And then it just drops pretty dramatically every 10 years. It's like, if you're not married and every 10 years goes by, your chances of having sex during a year's time drops dramatically every 10 years.
Well, and this is what happens when everything is hypersexualized.
Yes.
Everything is sexualized. You can't buy anything in this world without it sexually related in one way or another. I mean, we have a bell every time an innuendo is dropped, for crying out loud.
That's
Yeah.
That's right.
That.
That's true.
I almost didn't play it, and you caught yourself. I was like, oh, well, then he was good.
I did it.
You did.
That's true.
But if you hypersexualize something, eventually it doesn't. You can't be shocked when everything falls apart, when people are not having sex, when it becomes commonplace, when it's no longer exciting and new and beautiful like it's supposed to be, when it just becomes a thing.
Speaking of things that are exciting and new, catcoolers.com has some rugged, wonderful, fully customizable coolers that you can buy from them that are made in the United States and keep your ice cold for up to 7 days. Why are they surprising and new? Because you can put whatever the heck you want on those things. whether it be a DOAE logo, whether it be a Mojo logo, whether it be, I don't know, a Battle for Freedom logo. You can put it on there. No, I'm not going to mention Brad's face because I don't want to mention Brad's face anymore. We're not going to do it. It's a sick, tired, old joke. Go to catcoolers.com, mention Steven, and you can get 10% off on the discount. See, they come in 4 different colors. You got white, black, yellow, and camo. And then they also come in a 5th color, which is called blue collar.
That's true.
Because it turns blue in a stripe when it's cold.
When it gets the cold of the Rockies. Oh.
Yes. But go to catcoolers.com. Use my name, Steven, Steven, and get 10% off discount on anything that you buy over at the website. Check them out today. Speaking of...
No, hold on. Before I just realized
What?
we have not done anything. Mr. Watson, we need to talk about
Yeah.
you for a moment,
Yeah,
sir.
your show.
You have a show. There's a reason we have you on here, and you're not even hardly talking. You're just kind of listening, by the way.
You're kind of hanging with us, but you're not really doing much. I mean...
God, it's like it's the first time. So,
Well, I
good
just
show.
I just didn't think that I had the privilege to speak.
Oh, you're going to pull
Wow.
that on us, are you? All right, fine. The floor is yours, Mr. Prunier, Frenchy Frenchman.
Well, I love being on Mondays and Fridays at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come on right after you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I really appreciate you because the reason why my show is a success is because everyone is just coming off the high of your show and they feel pity for me.
Yeah?
And they stick around and they listen to whatever doldrums I'm covering when I'm not talking about racism. But no, it's all good. I really appreciate it because I think we keep a running just interest for people to be part of this, and I really even appreciate when you guys can drop in on the show and just share some wisdom and a couple of cackles here and there. So it's a great time on Mondays and Fridays. I'd actually love to do more, but I'm still in the process of just getting studio and getting life back to normal after moving.
Yeah.
And weekend, so
I
we'll
completely
see when the opportunity opens itself up.
completely understand that. So that's Watson Prunier, Battle for Freedom, and that is from 10 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday and Friday.
Correctamundo.
Correctamundo.
Good there.
Mhm.
Okay.
So speaking of talking about sex and making everything about sex,
Yes, there is a silver lining to all this. There is an upside
yeah,
to this whole lack of having sex thing, and part of it is
what was that?
the hell?
What the heck just happened?
It was a fake orgasm.
Oh dear God!
Oh my goodness!
That's what you sound like.
I understand why
do
it
that
doesn't
again.
happen.
I would recommend
Not doing that.
up.
Don't do that again.
Yeah, please don't.
Thought you almost fell.
I did too. Hip gave out or something. Okay. As
See,
a
the hip
upswing
does
to-
lie.
It does. So they now have there is a silver lining to this whole not having sex thing.
Yeah.
It apparently there is a tutorial
Mm.
that's out there.
Yes.
A tutorial for sexting.
Wait.
That's true.
It is.
Yeah.
If you're feeling particularly inept,
Uh-huh.
some erotic writers and
Uh-huh.
sex educators have the answer for you.
No, that's not a good idea.
Oh, it is. It's a chatbot that tutors users on the, quote, etiquette of sexting. Who the hell knew there was etiquette to sexting?
There's etiquette for that? So here's the thing.
Apparently,
I've never done it. I don't know.
as the New York Post reports, the new bot is called the Slutbot.
Wait.
Wow.
Yeah, and was created by the originators of the relationship app Juicy Box.
That needs a few bells.
Yeah, I know. Gave it one extra just because. The app costs $29 a week. or $99 a
What?
month.
Yeah.
But you can text Slutbot for free.
And we're not giving you the code because
No.
it doesn't have it on here. It does not have it on here, so you can't do it. Juicebox CEO and founder Brianna Redder says she gushed about the to the post saying, "Sex is so much more than physical act. People want their mind stimulated, and dirty talk is a great way to do it. But we have too many things to go through. So, without further ado, here is your daily numbers."
Good evening, Mojo 50. I'm Leprechaun, and here with your bell count grade for the day. There were 85 missed innuendo bells. There were 33 actual bells. And there was...
All right.
I love it.
It's so good. Thank
Being a
you.
great,
Always
C+
generous. He's very
for the day.
generous.
It's very generous.
Very
Yeah,
generous
I
with his numbers.
worked on that pretty detail.
Yep.
Before we go anywhere, Watson, what is your social medias? How can people find you?
Check me out on Twitter at Watson Prunier or at _Battle for Freedom. Hit me there or catch me on Facebook with The Real Watson Prunier. Facebook.com/The Real Watson Prunier.